Welcome to Ecclesia Principles, a biblical strategy for believers to engage in God's design for government with Ray Eppard.
Hello, glad you could join us again today. We're continuing our study on jurisdictional government. And today what we're going to look at is that children are under the jurisdiction of their parents. That's how God established it. Now, we saw God is sovereign. He gave Adam his dominion. Then he made Eve, and they have this dominion together. And at that point, the two are to become one. Now, with this, Genesis 2:24 says, "Therefore a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and they shall become one flesh." Notice these phrases here. A man shall leave his father and mother. If you would, the jurisdiction of the family starts with the father and mother. A child is born and then eventually grows up, and in this case is talking about a he. He leaves his father and mother. He leaves the jurisdiction of his parents. You see, all throughout the Bible, it is the parents who are taught and told by God to bring up their children in the nurture and admonition of the Lord. It is ultimately the responsibility of the parents before God for the education, the training, and the development of their children. That is the parents' responsibility. Now, with this, he says, and then he's joined to his wife, and they become one. And so that is a new jurisdiction at that point. But before it gets to there, he's under the jurisdiction of his parents. She's under the jurisdiction of her parents. Now, with this, there is so much today that it seems like our government thinks that the children are theirs, that the children are under their jurisdiction, that they are the ones that get to determine the education and the training and the development of the children. Unfortunately, we have kind of delegated some of that through public education, but the problem is too many parents haven't stayed engaged in public education, so that it's gotten to where now public education is no longer an expression of the parents in the community. Public education is an expression of the federal government. What the federal government wants taught is what's taught. Now, that doesn't mean that there shouldn't be certain standards. But the thing of it is, and I'll just go ahead and say it, because so many people say, well, you know, some of these things shouldn't get into education. Well, the problem is they've already gotten in. The federal government, the Department of Education, the Federal Department of Education is teaching morals and values. It's just not teaching the morals and values of most parents. And then when parents want to get engaged and begin to talk about the values and the morals, oh, no, that shouldn't come in here. Well, they've already stuck theirs in, and they just don't want any competition to their values, but they're already there. There are so many agendas that are being pushed, in all reality, in public education today that it's almost beyond belief. People that haven't been in school in a number of years do not know what education is like right now. They think it's still the same. It's not. It is not. The public school is really the breeding ground of governmental philosophy. That's really what it is today. God bless you. Join us again tomorrow.
You've been listening to Ecclesia Principles with Ray Eppard. Follow us on YouTube and Facebook on our Ray Eppard pages. This program was brought to you by Victory Worship Center and World Outreach. Services Sunday 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock, 200 Hammond Lane, Stanton, Virginia.